Hey folks, welcome back here to the Biggest Town Channel. We're here off of Cambridge. Flamingo Wash, Maryland to Cambridge, it says here. They are regional flood control district. So they're tunnels, of course, as you all know. I'm sure everyone's heard about these tunnels. Look at these power poles, by the way. Look at this. When we get these wild windstorms, like I'm sure you heard in the news and stuff, some of these poles go down like they did on Tropicana. I mean, they're already halfway down there as it is. That's wild, guys. So they flushed all these people out of the tunnels, right? As I'm sure you heard. Oh, no, I can't get a turn there. I'll have to make a left here on the Twain. And so they've all those folks that were in the tunnels have all moved into neighborhoods on the east side of town. Now, of course, they haven't moved them over to Summerlin. My question is why? When they moved those folks out of the tunnels, why didn't they move them over to Summerlin or Green Valley in Henderson? Why did they just let them drift into the neighborhoods on the east side of town? This is University Center Drive right here, which is a major north-south artery. This used to be Swenson, actually, at one time. And you can see the sign there. It says Twain Swenson Plaza, because that used to be the intersection right here. However, that intersection has a new name because it is now University Center Drive. There used to be, so this 7-Eleven was closed. It was open, then it was closed, all boarded up. Now it's under new management, open back up again. A lot of calls for service in this area, guys. Lots and lots of calls for service. Vegas Market right here. 1-cent slots, beer and wine, video poker. Lots and lots of calls for service in this area. It's one of the reasons we come in here. This is the Vegas they don't tell you about. This is the Vegas you don't see. We come up here to Palos Verdes. And we'll make a left on the Palos Verdes. This is the real Vegas. I've said it on so many of these videos. You take the Strip and Fremont Street out of Vegas, or strip Vegas of the Strip in Fremont. You're left with Bakersfield, California, guys. This is it. I get people who tell me that's not the worst neighborhood in Las Vegas. You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. There are a lot of calls for service in this area, guys. A lot. And a lot of activity, especially after dark in this area. We did some of those videos back in the winter time. Check those out in our video library. But we do all things Vegas here on the Biggest Town Channel, including the glitz and glamour of Las Vegas Strip and Fremont Street, as well as all over town. And you can see bars on windows and doors, bars on second floor windows and doors there. It doesn't give you a good warm and fuzzy feeling. I'll just say that. At least it doesn't give it to me. Meet this right here on the Palos Verdes from North Circle, that is. If you're following along at home on your preferred map app. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram, BiggestOn4747. Really appreciate you guys helping us out. So this is back behind North Circle, and here we are with the dumpsters, of course, all over the place. The ubiquitous dumpster. Is that the official mascot of Las Vegas? Or is the traffic cone, the orange and white traffic cone, the official mascot of Las Vegas? Let me know. Drop your comments. Just based upon, especially if you've been a long-time viewer of this channel, I'd love to learn your thoughts. What do you guys think? I'm going to go ahead and turn around here. Don't want to get a flat, so actually, you know what? This concrete here looks pretty clear. I'll just turn around on that. There we go. Yeah, this is very dystopian, guys. You know, where are the trees? I see a few trees up there, but not over here. Building numbers spray painted on there. There's an enclosure for a dumpster. They actually have an enclosure in here. It's not in there though. More spray painting of building numbers. Again, not what you expect to see here in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. This is Colson here. We'll make a right. Looks like there's a memorial there. I don't know what happened there. I haven't heard about that. Oh, kitty, get out of the street. So we're all like double and triple parked in here. This is another part of the housing crisis that exists not everywhere, not just here in this town, certainly everywhere, where you have, you know, so many people piled into a unit. You know, 20 people piled into a 2-bedroom. And we see that all over the place. And so a lot of these people, they have cars, of course, because they have to go to work. And so those cars, especially on dead-end streets like this, they just end up double and triple parked everywhere. So we've got some folks hanging out up here. I'm not sure what's going on here. Is that a memorial or something? No, they're just hanging out. This is, I can't even tell you because the street name is covered. Calcaterra. So I had a viewer tell me that in fact Calcaterra is a terrible place. Those are their words, not mine. I did not say that. They lived here for a brief time and we're very glad to get out. At least that's what I was told. So these units here, actually, they have a combination code for the gate. But like these on the other side, there's chain link there, and then they have regular, what looks like black wrought iron there, sorta. And then chain link. So that tells me, that makes me think that they're just multiple owners, multiple landlords in here. And each does their own thing with their own property, etc. That's what I'm thinking. Make this right here. Going here. So this is right back behind Calcaterra, off of Palos Verdes. Major cross streets are going to be Flamingo and Maryland Parkway, pretty much. Here on the east side of Las Vegas, just east of the Las Vegas Strip. We're actually in the shadow of a lot of the Strip mega resorts, multi-billion-dollar resort casinos down there. And we got some glass there. Stay away from all that. Just dumpsters everywhere. Bars on windows and doors. And if there aren't, there will be soon. Oh, old Toyota Celica convertible there. Look at that, the red one. Aluminum foil in the windows. Very, very Mad Max, very dystopian. I certainly would not want to raise my children on this street. And that's not saying I'm not saying that the parents that do are not good parents at all. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the government should be doing more for these folks. You know, they pay people just garbage. They pay people a slave wage, essentially. Got some plywood up over there. And then corporate casino profits. They make tons of cash. Granted, that number's down because they keep charging all sorts of fees left and right, scaring people away. I mean, when people cannot plan their budgets, not that everybody does, because I know some people that don't have a monthly budget at all. They just spend money and then they freak out when they run out of money at the too much month left at the end of the money, right? That sort of thing. But people that have, you know, monthly budgets and stuff, and then they have a vacation budget, they come to this town, it's scary, right? Because you don't know. You don't know how much you're going to end up getting charged. You go to a restaurant, go out and try to have a good meal, right? You have a good experience, as they call it now, in addition to the good food. You have to, I mean, you've got concession service fees and I don't know what fees. I've seen all sorts of stuff from other creators here on YouTube, and it's just wild, the stuff that goes on, guys. This is down here, just north of Flamingo now, and just west of Maryland Parkway. You can see the high roller Ferris wheel right there in front of us. Spinning blithely, unaware of all the situation going on here just to its east. And there's a lot of glass in here too. I'll never understand why people smash glass bottles in areas where they drive, or they might know someone that drives. You're just hurting your neighbors and potentially your friends if you know them as friends. That part I'll never understand. But again, we do all things Vegas here on the Vegas Don channel. We're so very grateful for all of you. Please do like and subscribe. And as always, remember, here on the Vegas Don channel, it is the journey, where what happens in Vegas stays right here on the Vegas Don channel on YouTube. We'll see you next time, folks.